What's going on, guys? I wanted to make a quick little video for you. I get a lot of questions about reading materials as far as training and nutrition goes, and honestly, a lot of people, I don't do a lot of textbooks and things like that with reading. I tend to do more research and things like that. Stay up to date with like the Alan Aragon research review, Brett Contreras research review, on strength and conditioning. Just randomly searching PubMed and knowing the right people and things like that. But there are some good resources, I think, that I can let you guys know about that I've been kind of reading lately. So I'm going to just get into those really quickly, briefly review them, and why I think they can be useful to you guys. Alright, guys, so I'm going to get into some of these books. Let me find them real quick. Strong Organization. So in no particular order, these are 4 books that I think could be really helpful for pretty much anyone involved with fitness. The benefits of being mobile enough to perform your lifts. You don't have to be able to do the splits or anything, but being able to properly put yourself in position and be, again, mobile enough to hit your lifts is a big deal. So this has a lot of great information. I'm only actually in chapter like 4-ish, I believe, but he talks about not just training, but just simple rules you can use in everyday life. It's awesome. So even if you're not a serious athlete, this can be really helpful for you. Just, if you constantly are sitting and you hurt all the time, shoulder issues, all that stuff. Of course, he has all his mobility kind of diagrams in here, exercises that I've just kind of skipped to, and whatever your problem is, whether it's overhead, whether it's hips, whether it's calves, squats, he breaks it down a ton. He also just has a lot of the exercises performed, so proper positioning for deadlifts and things like that. So not just correcting movements, but teaching you how to be in a proper position from the get-go. So I definitely recommend getting this book, again, Becoming a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. So moving on, Strong Curves, a woman's guide to building a better butt and body. But I would not just recommend this for women. I recommend this for, first of all, any personal trainer, because if you train women, this is a great kind of template for you. But even if you're a man trying to, build a better body or powerlifter or whatever, there's a ton of great information here from Brett Contreras and also Kelly Davis. Again, the first 4 or 5 chapters are really just information about training and things like that you can apply to whatever kind of training you want. There's also some pretty good nutrition stuff here if you aren't the most knowledgeable about that. And again, this whole kind of book is centered around training the glutes and the posterior chain and the legs, really. So it sets you up with a lot of good programs. But again, similar to Kelly's book, it teaches you a lot about proper positioning, proper stretching, proper form on exercises that you may be missing out. I know I've implemented the barbell hip thrust into my training program, and it's been big help for me. So I definitely recommend this book to definitely any personal trainers, but again, anyone that just wants some more information about training. This one is a little bit different. Mindless Eating: Why We Eat More Than We Think We Do. This is a kind of nutrition psychology book. You're not going to get a whole bunch of like bodybuilding type information or anything like that here, but if you're a person that struggles with food, and if you don't count your macros, you're wondering why you can't lose weight, you can't gain weight or whatever, this is a great book. It provides a lot of studies talking about information on maybe if your plates are bigger, would you eat more? A tall glass versus a wide glass, does that make a difference? Just little kind of cues, little kind of practical application that you can use in your everyday life that will help you control your diet, whatever your goals are. And again, it'll really change the way you think about things as far as food goes. So I definitely recommend checking this out. Again, Mindless Eating. 4th one here, The Max Muscle Plan by Brad Schoenfeld. This guy is awesome. He's PhD. You also see the Lane Norton reference there. PhD in, I'm not even sure, exercise science. But he's also a bodybuilder, so that gives him a lot of merit too, right? So again, the first few chapters here are really heavy in just the information, and he also has, similar to the other books, just like a simple program laid out for you at the back. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but again, I'm in no position to really talk about his credentials and things. So I would definitely recommend this at least for the information just about hypertrophy and strength and stuff that he provides in the first few chapters. I picked that up on Amazon for really cheap. And then the last one here, oh, shout out to Kyan Angelo, watching his YouTube video a few hours ago. The last one here is actually an ebook, and I'll speak about this probably a lot lately. This is called Squat Every Day by Matt Perryman, who I still think is probably one of the most underrated people in this field. You can learn so much from this guy. It's amazing. So, thoughts on overtraining and recovery and strength training. Again, it's a sensationalist title of the Squat Every Day, but you will get a lot out of this. I promise you. Anyone that reads this from page 1 to the end that I just finished just yesterday, actually, you will get a ton of information that you can apply to your training, again, regardless of if you squat every day or once a week or whatever. There's information that will just, again, change the way you think about training if you read this. So that's it, everyone. That's kind of answering your question. There's about 5 resources I would highly recommend that you grab, for both nutrition and training, whatever your kind of goals are. I hope that was helpful to some of you guys. Again, like I said, I do a lot of my research on my own or on research reviews, the stuff that's more current, but there's also a lot of good books out there as well. So that's the stuff, guys. Thank you guys for the support as always. I'll be posting up a lot of new information now that school is out. School's out next week. So yeah, that's it for now. Peace out. I'll have my training video up, and yeah.